and there was and on that basis, I would say that we still have a narrow majority for remaining in the UK. But also, don't forget that the power for a referendum rests with Westminster, and it's all well and good in saying that there's a majority of SNP MSPs at Holyrood, which I'm not denying. That's very, very clear.
Craig, the problem that your side of the argument has, you can reasonably argue, well, it was only 7 years ago that we had the last referendum. The trouble is that Brexit happened in that interim. And it's perfectly clear from the polling evidence which has now been confirmed by the result last Thursday, that the pursuit of Brexit has undermined support for the Union. Indeed, it's fundamentally changed the choice that Scotland now faces. Scotland now faces a choice between, does it want to be part of a relatively small internal market, but one that engages in fiscal transfers, or does it want to be part of a bigger single market that so far is only engaged in relatively small amount of fiscal transfers? That's a very, very different strategic choice than the one that's put before voters back in 2014. And I think, having pursued Brexit as a political party, you do have to accept the consequences of your actions, and the consequences of your actions hasn't been to undermine the legitimacy of the Union north of the border. You do have to accept the consequences of your actions, and the consequences of your actions hasn't been to undermine the legitimacy of the Union north of the border.
Hasn't been to undermine the legitimacy of the Union north of the border. Hasn't been to undermine the legitimacy of the Union north of the border.